Today we're going to talk about goals. When we talk about goals, sometimes businesses, they have no goal when they move forward. They basically do everything ad hoc. They make a decision today, they decide to do it, they move forward, but they're not sure if they're actually moving forward or they're not moving forward. The reason for that is there is no goal set in the business. Some other businesses, they have problems with setting up the proper goal. Sometimes they set a goal which is vague. They don't know. They just say, we want to grow this year. That's not a goal. Or some other businesses, they have a problem with setting up a goal which is not doable. Meaning, a studio or a school has 20 students and they set a goal, we want to get to 200 students by end of the year. That is not a goal. So today, we're going to talk about how you should set up a proper goal for your business. In order to achieve those goals, how you should approach and where you have to go. I'd like to start my presentation with the famous quote from Bruce Lee. He says, a goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. When you set up a goal, it has so many different components. Of course, the focus should be you have to set a goal, you have to reach it, and repeat it. That is what I always tell my team. Set a goal, reach, repeat again. And that's how you can win. But let's talk about the goal and see what a goal can do for your business. The moment you focus on a goal, your goal becomes a magnet, pulling you and your team toward it. The more focus your energies, the more power you generate. Just think about 5 or 6 people who are sitting on a paddle boat. If everybody's paddling for one side, the boat won't move forward. However, if all people has one goal and they want to reach a destination, and they all with the same rhythm, they do the paddling, the boat moves forward. So it's very important. The goal is clear for every single person in your team, and everybody's doing a piece to move your business forward toward that goal. Let's look at it from a different angle. Let's say if you set a goal, what are different things that goal will do for your business? First of all, it gives you a direction. You and your team know why do you go to work every day? What is it that you're trying to achieve? The direction is very important. Some of the businesses, they don't move forward because they have no direction. If you ask the employees, so what do you do today? They're going to talk about some tasks. But if you ask them, so what is the purpose of doing this? They have no idea. Of course, they cannot possibly help you or help any other business owner to move forward to get to the goal of the business. When you set a goal, it would energize you. Why? Doesn't matter if you achieve it or you don't achieve it. Every single day that when you wake up, there is something to fight for it. Every single day that you walk into your school and your studio, you know what exactly you want to achieve. You fight for it to get it. Every single day and every single task is like a fight. Is like a competition. You are competing to win. Yes, there are so many tasks and short-term goals are involved in order to reach your long-term goal. However, if there is no goal, sometimes the business becomes boring. It becomes boring for the owner, it becomes boring for the manager, it becomes boring for employees. When you have a goal, there is always a challenge. We sometimes we want to challenge ourselves. I just had a talk with one of my coworkers the other day, and I was trying to tell her, like, in order to get there, if you think it's almost impossible, you know yourself better. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself. Try to achieve what you want to achieve. And interestingly enough, she did it amazing. Like every single day on the topic that we talked about, I see how hard she tries to challenge herself in order to get even this small task. So now imagine if you have a bigger goal. The goal will help you to challenge yourself. It will help your staff to challenge themselves to move forward. Sometimes when you set a goal, you try harder and harder and harder, but it doesn't work. If you have a goal and you know what your destination is, you will think outside of the box. If you want to go from destination A to destination B and you move forward and you hit a wall, doesn't matter how much you push, you cannot pass that wall. That will, because you know you want to go to a destination B, the situation force you to think outside of the box. And you see what exactly you need to do in order to go around it to achieve your goal. Now, before we get into the detail, first of all, you need to identify a goal. And then in a few minutes, I'm going to tell you what should be the different things that you need to think about it before you set a goal. Number two, you need to make a plan. You want to go from destination A to destination B. You know your goal is destination B. What are the plans? It should be known. Then you have to constantly monitor. Constantly monitor to see if you are moving toward your goal. Don't leave it until last minute. Don't leave it until the end results. Then, based on the reports or KPIs or different reports that you look at, take an action. Either you invest more time, energy, or money on the way that you've gone so far, or change the way. Think outside of the box. What is the SMART goal? When you set a goal, it has to have 5 different characteristics. Number one, your goal has to be specific. It has to be specific so it will push you moving forward. Great goals are always well-defined and focused. It always have to be, again, well-defined and focused. For example, when you say, I want to grow my business, that's not a goal. But when you say, you know what, I'd like to gain 20 new members by end of the month, that's more meaningful than just saying, I want to grow my business. So when you set a goal, make sure it is specific. It has to be measurable. A goal without a measurable outcomes is like a sport competition without the scoreboard or a scorekeeper. Numbers are an essential part of the business. Put concrete numbers in your goals to know if you're on the track. If you say, I want to grow by 20 members, it is measurable. But if I say, I want to grow my business, how do you want to measure that? If you gain 1 student or 1 member, you're growing. But are you happy with that? Is it exactly what you're looking for? So it has to be measurable. The A in the SMART goal, some people, they say it should be for actionable. Some people say it has to be attainable. When I say attainable, means the goal that you set, it has to be realistic. Far too often, small businesses can set a goal beyond their reach. No one ever built a billion-dollar business overnight. When you say attainable, don't set a goal that every single day and every single year, yourself and your team feel like a loser at the end of the year. Why? Because you're not achieving your goals. It's not because your business is not growing. It's not because your team is not participating and not trying hard. It is because the goal that you set is not realistic. The goal that you set, it has to be realistic. It shouldn't be easy to reach, but it has to be doable. Now, the goal has to be relevant. Sometimes the goal that you set is reachable, but you have to look at the situation today. You have to look at the current condition. Sometimes you may desire to have your best year in your business or increase your revenue by 50%. But if the recession is looming and 3 new competitors are opening in the market, then your goals are not relevant to the reality of the market. So make sure it's relevant. the best way to do it is set your goal based on the previous data that you have, based on the previous year, same month, same scenario, add a percentage to it, and then set your goal. And lastly, the goal has to be time-based. It has to have an endpoint. It has to have a deadline. Otherwise, you can say, I'll achieve my goal. Next year we'll talk. I'm still fighting. I'll achieve that goal. 5 years moving forward, you haven't still reached your goal. And you know why? Just because you never put a stop, the stop deadline, a hard stop for it, and a deadline for your goal in order to achieve that. So these 5 characteristics has to be involved with your goal. So from the people who are listening to the webinar right now, if you can type in the chat box that based on these 5 characteristics, how many of you today has a SMART goal until end of the year? If you can type yes or no, so I have a better idea as far as how you are doing with your goals. I see a lot of no's, and it's not a bad thing. I'm so happy that you are so realistic today and you are not trying to fake yourself. The very first step to be better is, accepting the facts. Awesome. So 60-70% of the people in this webinar, they said no. And you are in a right webinar. So hopefully by end of the webinar, you will be able to spend some time to create your goals. Now, when you set a goal, always break it down. Meaning, you say, I want to gain 20 members by end of the year. What are the shorter goals? What are smaller tasks that are involved in order to get 20 members? So you look at your numbers. You say, in order to get 20 members, my conversion ratio from intro sessions to new students is usually 80%. So based on that, set a number for your intro sessions. That's your goal. You need to book this many intro sessions. Then look at what is the conversion rate from the appointment that you make to intro sessions. Based on that, you're going to set a goal for yourself for booking an appointment. And then lastly, you will see what is the conversion rate of number of the leads that you get to book an appointment. So you're going to book, based on that number, you're going to set your leads. So what I did was I break it down. First of all, it's easier for me to identify, to figure out if I'm on a track in order to achieve my goals. Second of all, I did the reverse engineering to figure out what is involved for me to get to 20 members. I don't need to wait until end of the year and say, what? You know what? I didn't achieve my goals. No, because if I set my goals for number of the leads, for number of the intros, for number of the appointments, and I break it down into monthly, weekly, and daily, every single day before I go home, and every single day before my staff goes home, they know if we are on the track or not on track. If we don't hit our goal today, it is easier for everybody to recover from that for 1 day missing rather than 6 months missing. So break it down. Those of you who are using Perfect Mind, Dashboard is providing that to you. It can easily tell you, set your goals based on monthly, weekly, or yearly, and then Perfect Mind will tell you what should be your goals. Then break down those goals within your team based on their performance. Don't have the same expectation from everybody. Again, the expectation has to be realistic. Now, staff and your employees play a big role in order for you to achieve your goals. Now, let's talk about that. First of all, always share your goals and your targets with your staff. Never just tell them what to do. Make sure they understand the reason of their coming to work every day. Share your goals with them. Get their buy-in. If they feel like a partner, they will work harder. If somebody asks them, why do you stay in the office until 8? They're not just going to say, because my boss asked me. They're not just going to say, because I want to, that's my job. They're going to say, you know what? This is our goal as a team. This is my part. I don't want to fail my teammates. I don't want to fail my team. So always share your goals with your staff. Make sure they know what exactly you're looking for. Break it down for them, assign tasks and smaller goals. Hey, Johnny, we need to get 20 students by end of the year. You are the best person for intro sessions because your conversion rate is 85%. So here is your goal. I need you to convert 1 student a week in order to get there. Can you do that for me? Yes, sir. Awesome. So now I set a goal for Johnny. Johnny knows his goal is helping our company's goal. So he's motivated. Break it down. Set smaller goals. Always monitor and review. Have a daily huddle with them. Every single day. So this is my goal. What is your goal, Johnny? What is your goal, Tom? Day after, did we achieve our goals? You know what? I couldn't achieve my goals because of this, but I'm going to fight for it together today. What about you, Johnny? I actually achieved my goals. Hey, awesome, everybody. Tom, did you achieve your goals? No, sir. Why? Because of this. Awesome that you know what the reason is. Here is a quick advice for you. Go, fight for it today. Always monitor and review. Do not let it go all the way until the end of the month. Train and teach. Your employees, look at them as an investment. The younger people, they like to learn. Teach them. Even if it takes you to study 2 hours every Sunday, read a blog, or have a talk to a colleague, doesn't matter what it is. But always teach your staff. They have to grow. If you want your business to grow, they have to grow. Compensate them accordingly. Compensate them properly. Your pay structure should be supportive to that. They should be your partner. If they don't produce anything, it won't help. Do not step on pennies. Do not save pennies to step on dollars. Don't say, you know what, I'm not going to pay anything per intro session. At the end of the day, they have only 2 intros. But if they have 10 intros, you will make more money. So compensate them accordingly. Make them motivated. Update them. Let them know where we're at with our goals. Hey guys, we're right on track. Great job, everybody. Guys, we're behind. Don't blame them. But find out what is the reason. Share your ideas with them. Always ask for their input. At the end of the day, they're doers. When you set your goals, try to ask them their feedback. What do you think? Not always you will do what they ask, but if you are not doing what they ask, explain them why. But I guarantee you, if you start this open communication, you will learn so much. Your goal will be set, and just because they see they have an input in your goals, they will fight hard to help you because now they're responsible. You already trusted them. At the end of the day, you are the one who's going to set a smart goal, but you can get their input. Build the culture of appreciation in your office. That's huge. If anybody does anything for you, appreciate it. Right? Don't be like, sometimes you set a goal, hey, Johnny, you need to do this. Johnny's so excited. He comes to you and say, hi, sir, this is what I've done. Don't just say, okay, so this is your next goal. No, appreciate it. Let him feel we appreciate it. Sometimes money is not everything. Sometimes you need to make them feel comfortable. I like to enjoy my time with all my staff, with all the employees. Put the title aside. We can be friends. It's amazing when they care for you beyond work and you care for them beyond work. Then the work will be easy. Always build the culture of appreciation in your team. And they always look at you. And one thing, don't expect a change if you don't make a change. Whose team? Team starts from you, goes all the way down. When I come to the office and I feel my team is down, and they tell me like, it's a negative energy in the office today. My first question is, what did you do for that? Team is us. We have to fix ourselves first, then we can expect everything else to be changed. Always make it visible and public. This is a common practice. Like when you have a goal in your life, a personal goal, like I want to lose weight, for example. I want to be in shape. The best thing is to talk about that goal with 3 of your friends. When you say it, now you have to be committed. Sometimes we're not committed to our thoughts, to ourselves, right? I can say when I used to play basketball in a professional level, that's been my key. Every time I talk to my coach, when I set a goal, he made me accountable to achieve those goals. Every time that I was thinking with myself, I didn't want to say it because I have a fear of not achieving it. Nobody kept me accountable. Sometimes, it's hard to say it, but say it. If your goal is smart, make it public. Talk to 3 of your friends. If you want to have, if summer is coming, you want to have get in shape, talk to 3 of your friends. This is my goal, this is my goal, this is my goal. I don't want to drink. Talk to 3 of your friends. I guarantee you, next time when you sit on a table with people that you're hanging out with, when you order the first drink, one of your friends will ask, why? Didn't you tell you're not going to drink? That's enough for you to have a reminder. Now, you have to do the exact same thing in your business. Make sure to have a goal whiteboard posted in your office. That can help as daily reminder to keep yourself and your employees focused on targeted results, and then break it down. Guys, this is our goal for this month. Number of the new members or students, number of the booking tours or booking intros, number of the shows, number of the upgrades, number of the renewal. And then break it down between your team. Every day, make your staff to go on the board and write down the numbers that they make right in front of the goal. If they're not hitting the goal after the 3rd day, either they fix themselves and they try to fight to achieve those goals, or I guarantee they have a hard time to go on the board. Even yourself, put your goal on the board. If it's measurable and there's a deadline, shorter goals. Always have a quick huddle in front of the board. Go over the numbers, set the goals, see how far you achieve them. Help them, teach them, train them. But I have the FIO is something that I have all the people that work with me have it on their desk. Figure it out. You figure it out. If I have to figure out everything, why do I need you? You can think better than me. You do this every day. Figure it out. What is the worst come worst? You make a mistake. Mistakes are mistakes only if you repeat them. If you make a mistake and you learn from them, it's okay. Figure it out. Be a leader. Don't be a manager. Leader lead by example. They work hard. They're part of the team. Manager, they will tell what to do to people. And people, they don't like it. Be friends with your team. There is nothing better than have good friends at work. And mean it. Don't fake it. Because people are smart. You're going to spend over 8 hours with these people. It's hard to fake it. You fake it for 1 day. You fake it for 2 days. Mean it. When you say something, when you do something, mean it for your employees, for your team. When you don't achieve your goal, don't start blaming the other people. The blame game has no end. Blame yourself for not monitoring it and watching it on daily and hourly basis. Then figure out what the problem is. Try to help the team to move forward. It's better to let somebody go than just blaming him and kill his confidence. Not everybody is the best fit in the same team. We all watch some team sports. We see some stars that they're stars, but they can't work in a specific team. It doesn't mean that they're bad players. They just don't have the chemistry to help the team to achieve their goals. When you set a goal, you have always to measure and analyze the number. Be a number person. Do not assume things. Don't wait to see the end results. If your goal is yearly, break it down into monthly, break it down into weekly, break it down into daily, even hourly. Monitor it hourly, monitor it daily. If you don't achieve your goal on the first day, you can go back and make it up for the second day. But if you wait until a week, it's harder to achieve. If you wait until a month, it's way harder. If you wait until 6 months, I can tell you, if you didn't make your goal, it's almost impossible. Set some KPIs and checkpoints. So those are your red flags. Like, for example, the ABC rating that you have, those are the ABC rating that you are rating your students based on attendance. Those are some checkpoints for you. If a student is B grade before the end point, which is quitting, you know that they're disengaged with your services, so you're going to talk to them. You have to have exact same thing for your goals. Now, in Perfect Mind, we have dashboard, we have the 24 hours report. Don't just delete the emails for the 24 hours report. The 24 hours report will tell you what exactly you need to do for your business. It will tell you what exactly is lacking and what you need to work on and emphasize. Make a change if you have to. If you are if you're not close to your goal, if you're far from your goal, don't expect to achieve your goal if you don't make a change. The change won't happen if you don't make a change. So always think outside of the box. Always be open to be criticized. Always be open to get feedback. And then make a change if you have to make a change. So analyzing. If you're spending a lot of money in marketing, first of all, make sure where you're spending money is paying back. And make sure it's scalable. Meaning, if I spend $20 this month and I got 1 student, if I spend 40, I get 2. If I spend 60, I get 3. You won't be able to do that unless you're a number person. If you are not a number person, it's okay. Find somebody to complete you in your team. Find a number person in your team. Let them come up with the numbers. Then you two can sit down and analyze things. Don't push it if you're not a number person. You have to stay organized and focused. You have to stay organized and focused when you're setting up a goal. Always, as a small business owner, you have one big problem. And I'm pretty sure you all know what that is. Distraction. There are so much distractions around you guys. From paying the bills, an employee calling sick, somebody's quitting, students are not happy with the service. Beside all the personal problem that you have to teach a class. This month, you don't have a good business. Who's going to write the checks? Distraction is the big problem for you all. All the time, try to be focused and organized. How can you stay organized and focused? Number one, you need to have a system in place. It's impossible for you to stay organized with pen and paper. I can tell you right now. If you tell me that, I'm amazing with Excel, I'm telling you it's impossible. My background is engineering and business. It is impossible. I love numbers. But numbers needs to be ready when I need it. Numbers needs to be changed when I want to be changed. If I want to look at it monthly, weekly, in the different angles. You need to have a process. If you want to test to see if you have a process or not, think it this way. Can you take 2 weeks vacation without doing anything in your business and the business will be run as of today? If you say no, you have no process, you have no business. Or ask the same question for any of your staff. If one of your staff quit and you don't know that this person is loyal to me, he's not going to leave. It's okay. But you need to have a process. What if something happens to him? If he breaks his leg and he has to be in the hospital for a month. But if you have a process, everything will move forward. People are a factor of that process. Make your business automated as much as you can for every angle. Doesn't matter how accurate you are, there is always an error. When you have everything automated, everything is on time, everything will be done properly, less error, and you can count on that. You can count on automation, but you can't count on people Doesn't matter how much you trust them. Doesn't matter how great they are. It's awesome to have great people in your team, but an automation process will make their job more efficient, more productive, and easier. Always have a clear KPI and reporting for yourself and your staff. Don't just talk based on, so Johnny, how many students we got? I think 5. Okay, 5 is great. No, let's run a report in our system. So we have 5 students. Can you talk about more of those 5? The KPI and the measurement has to be very clear. You have to be task-oriented. All the tasks have to be defined in order to achieve a specific goal. You have to break it down and assign each task. The task, they need to have a reminder, they have to complete it, they have to be accountable for those tasks. Never assume. Always talk based on facts. Assumption will kill your business. You always have some facts to move forward. Now, I see a question that it says, what is KPI? I apologize that I didn't see that question until now. It's key performance indicators in your business. It has to be, some elements, some indicators in your business. So, you can just keep track of your, performance. So KPI stands for key performance indicator. I see a lot of questions are coming. I will finish my webinar shortly, and then we'll have a question and answer at the end so we can be more focused. Never give up. Not always you achieve your goal. Michael Jordan is one of the people that I always read his quotes, and I think it's very motivational. And when you look at somebody as a coach, when you look at somebody as a person that you want to look up, first, make sure they know what's going on and make sure they've done it, right? There are so many consultants out there. They talk about business. The first question is, what have you done? Is your experience practical or no? Do you own a school? How many students do you have? What was your pick? What are you good at? Just don't listen to everybody. The example for coaching in business is very similar to the couple counseling. You go to a couple counseling and you ask the person, hey, the counselor that you're going to, some people, they don't even have a successful relationship in their own life. Don't listen to them because they're all based on theory. You need the people who actually done it, tried it, and you're not the person they're going to test their ideas. So never give up on your goals. Michael Jordan says, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot, and I missed it. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed. If you fail, learn something. Don't give up. Set your next goal. If you would have achieved your goal every single time, those are not the realistic goals, I'm telling you right now. The goal has to challenge you. You have to fight for it. You have to fail 3 times, celebrate the 4th time. Don't give up. If you have a dream, go for it. I was talking to a gentleman like about a week ago. He just opened up his martial arts school. He said he has 5 or 8 students. He was thinking about the website. He was thinking about SEO. He was thinking about a system. He didn't have any of them in place in a way. But he had one thing. He had passion. He had willingness. That's a factor that not everybody has it. Is he going through a tough time to make his business? Of course. Will he succeed? If he keeps that attitude, I have no doubt. Maybe he doesn't succeed next month or the month after, but he has the passion. He has the willingness. In order to achieve something, sometimes you need to sacrifice. Sacrifice time, sacrifice your money, sacrifice your fun in order to achieve something bigger. Now, thank you all for attending the webinar. That was the webinar about the goal setting. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. You can search my first name, last name, or you can, add me on Facebook. And my email is vahid@perfectmind.com. Please also like Champions Way and Perfect Mind Facebook pages. We do have some great webinars. We have some recordings. We have some ebooks. If you are a Champions Way client, we do post our training videos or updates. Please make sure to stay connected with us. Also, you can follow us on Twitter as well. Now, I'm all here to answer your questions if you want to type your question, and then we can start going over the question. I'm not getting the 24 hours report emails. Amir, if you can please contact our support at 1-877-774-5425. They will be more than happy to help you to get your emails. All we need to do is need to set up a proper email so you start receiving your 24-hour report emails. Will you have a coaching system to automate the system? We do not have a coaching system. However, we do have some partners. They do amazing coaching. They're not Champions Way. You can, if you want, you can email me. I'll put you in touch with them. But the best coach for yourself, for you, is yourself. Make sure to monitor your numbers. Make sure to make the right decision. Numbers speak. If you don't see it, you have to learn the language. It takes some time, like any other language. But numbers talk to you. John Heckelman, how you doing, sir? It's always a pleasure to have Mr. Heckelman in the webinars, and I can't wait to see you, sir, at the Super Show. Do you do year goal, month, or week? Yes, sir. So we do have long-term goals and short-term goals. So your short-term goals have to be supportive to your year goal at the end of the day. So you have to set your year goal based on those, smart characteristic, then break it down into the monthly, and then break it down into the weekly, and then daily. Then you have all the goals set. It takes some time, but you can adjust your next month goal based on your achievement of what you had this month. Dashboard, the Perfect Mind dashboard, it's, yes, the number that you see on the dashboard, it's live. Meaning if you get a new student, automatically it will be updated. So the percentage of the growth compared the percentage to the January 1st of that year. So it's live. You can have access to it from any device. Even if you are taking a vacation, you can just log in and see what is going on. Those are live numbers. Let me see. What will be the best way to start teach new stuff from this or on Perfect Mind? That's a very good question. I'm not sure if you have the new navigation of Perfect Mind, the old navigation. The new navigation that we're using it to everybody, that's basically make your job very easy because everything is very easy to use. But if you need more training, we do have 5 live webinars every single day for training purposes. If you don't have the time, again, please contact support, or you can find it on our website. We have 5 live training. Your staff can attend any of them. We do have trainers, and they can answer all the questions, or they will train them. In the meantime, we have a full video library and help files that is very easy to understand. So all you need to do is just put them in front of the computer and monitor, and they can go over all the trainings. Perfect. It seems that there is no more question. Again, thank you so much. I hope you will be able to set some smart goals for your business. Never is late. Make yourself accountable. Again, talk to 3 of your friends and say, I want to set up goals, and then ask them to follow up with you. Best of luck. Have an awesome day, and we'll talk soon.